Hey folks, Mark here, RC Aviation and Crawling in Bend, Oregon. No, we're not looking at some sort of a disco light show here. We are looking at the Maule M7. She's got her own disco light show. Now, I wonder if you can see anything different. Let's see if we can get a good shot. I wonder if you can see anything or discern anything different about this lighting setup right now. Let's get a little bit better view from We're inside the RC Aviation and Crawling headquarters right now. Alright. See, should we come down like this? Alright, so now, okay, what do you see that's different, if anything? Alright, so over here we got our, over there we got a green starboard side nav light, check. Okay, over here we got our starboard side landing light, check. Okay, over here, over there we've also got our red nav light over here, and we got our landing light there. You can just see it behind the table leg there. Okay, and then wait a minute, what do we got here? That's not supposed to be there. The Eflite Maule M7 comes with a simulated vertical stabilizer light, which is just molded styrofoam. So let's come over here and take a look. Well, what happened is I've been rebuilding my RB7. Let's hit some lighting action. I've been rebuilding my RB7 here. Getting to focus? Yes. I've been rebuilding my RB7. And when I got a new fuselage, the light that you see center screen, the fuselage came with the vertical stabilizer, not the horizontal stabilizer, but it did come with the vertical stabilizer, which is molded into the fuse. And it did come with the rudder, and the rudder did come with the nav light here that comes on the RB7. Well, when I replaced the fuse, I got, as I just said, this new nav light with the fuse, which means the previous nav light, which I saved, was just laying around in my parts box. So I said to myself, well, the only thing not scale on the Maule is it needs a tail light. So I went ahead and installed the extra tail light, or vertical stabilizer light on I installed the vertical stabilizer light, which is actually on the bottom of the rudder. Gonna start over. I mounted the rudder nav light that's at the bottom of the rudder. I mounted that on the top of the rudder, rather, on the Maule, where it should be scale-wise. So, what's cool about it is that I get to use the same cool scale housing that the light comes in for the RB7. See that? I get to use it here. Now, I could paint that red, but since the whole Maule is a red and white theme, I thought maybe it looked kind of cool like that. So I'm going to leave it like that, at least for now. But you can see it's real nice the way that fits in there. I cut out the top of the rudder, obviously, in order to make it so that that light housing would fit. All you can see is kind of a big glare of light. But let me straighten this out a little bit here. But yeah, so I just cut out the top of the rudder so that it would accommodate that light. See? And it accommodates it very well. Yeah, what I did is I went ahead and cut out the hole here, the place, and I pinched. Now, first thing I did actually is I took this housing that came off the RB7, and inside that housing was a whole bunch of foam remnants from when it used to be glued to the RB7. So I went inside the housing here, and I scraped with a small screwdriver. I scraped out all the foam and glue remnants inside of this because it's somewhat hollow in here. Somewhat hollow, especially along these edges. It's hollow so that you can fit this housing down on to the rudder. So I went ahead and cleaned out the interior of the housing real good. And trying to get a good photo of it. Anyway, so I cleaned up the interior of the housing real good. Here's what we need to do. Too much light around here. Too much light in this place. Ready? Now we got a little bit less light. Okay, how about that? Did that help any? Sure. Anyway, so we went ahead and cleaned up the interior of this housing real good, and then we pinched to the edges here that where we had cut it to be narrow enough to just fit inside the slots that were revealed there. And so we just did everything, cut it the right size and shape there on the top of the rudder so that light would fit there. And there you go. It fits there real good. Real good. And I think it even looks decent. I think it even looks pretty good. Let's turn off the light. There we go. We'll go back to that view. So I think it looks pretty darn good. Interestingly enough, not only as you can see here, not only the bulb itself lights up, but the housing lights up. So this is really a nice bright Nav Light here. Wow. I think this is going to be great on the Maule. Well, I don't think it's going to be. I know it's going to be great on the Maule. For me, I'm going to love it. See that? Oh, that's cool. All right. When I'm not flying these airplanes, I'm playing with them. I like to play with them. Right. There it is, folks. All right, we're going to just quit the wiggly jiggly cam. There's the last shot there. Actually, let's do a distant shot. There she is. All our lights. All right, something